Check this out.
Welcome to BLPA Big Show. Hockey sports, life for the adult athlete. Yeah. Powered by the Beer League Players Association.
Better follow me.
Follow us, the BLPA, on every social media outlet. Follow the crew on Twitter at Nicker Jones.
Let's get it. Here we go.
Welcome to the greatest sports show in the world. Good week, everybody. Well, I already said good week on 2 days ago, and now we're good weekend here. But yeah. I still hope you're having a good week.
I think it's just good weekend now.
Good weekend?
Yeah. Well, I guess it is the start of a new week, so maybe this time we're wishing for them to have a good week.
For the whole next week.
One.
Yeah. Well, the Denver draft is over.
It's done.
And we're going to get it was a great tournament.
Yeah.
Great tournament. Points games.
There's some points games in there.
We're going to talk about our draft results and how that worked out. And, yeah, we are. But before we get to that, I got to tell you about this company. I don't know if you know them. They support the fuck out of us. They just do. They are supporter, beer league supporters. And that's hockeywolf.com.
Ow, 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 ow.
Hockeywolf.com. Beer leaguers just like you and me, supporting the fuck out of the BLPA and everything beer league. So if you guys need like some team merch, if you need just some individual merch, like let's say Delta or WestJet lose your stick, and
because that can happen.
That can happen, and they'll buy you a brand new stick, and even though you got that stick for free, you're still going to buy the most expensive stick just to stick it to them.
Sure.
Then you can go to hockeywolf.com, and they'll make sure you get that. So go support them. Hockeywolf.com.
Ow, 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 ow.
All right. Listen, I also want to bring up, just so everyone knows, we are a media conglomerate.
Yeah.
And we have other shows. And I just want to point those out. Tindy Talk has been with us for a long time. We don't promote them enough, but everyone says I hate goalies. I don't hate goalies.
It's not true.
I do not hate them. I actually have a goalie show on the BLPA network, and it's a really good show. They interview goalies. They've interviewed really popular goalie. Who's the goalie that has like the alcohol now? Like he has his own whiskey.
That I don't know.
Yeah, because we don't know much about goalies. That's what we have another goalie doing.
Right.
But he
they do. They know.
The goalies know.
Yeah.
And if you know it, he's had him on the show. It's a popular goalie, like a really popular goalie. Like, listen, Joe, if you're listening to this, that interview was a while ago, so I forget his name. And the only goalie I really know the name of, honestly, Mika Kiprusa. And if you have him on the show and you don't invite me on to talk about Mika, because we talk about smoking and fishing, because that's what Mika Kiprusa does, I'm going to be pretty upset.
I mean, I feel like Briz, it would be another good goalie to get on it. Like,
yeah,
that guy talks, it's gold.
It is. Like, and there's some pretty, like, who's the goalie that, was he in Vegas? And he had, like, the mental health and he stepped away for a little bit.
Leonard?
Yeah. I mean, that would be a good conversation to have with Leonard.
100%.
Just not talk about mental health because it's important.
Yeah.
But just to talk about, like, he seems like there'd be a guy that would really, really want to talk about that kind of stuff.
And would give it to you straight. Like, he seems like a guy that would.
I love straight shooters.
Yeah, he's not going to sugarcoat it.
So you need to listen to Tinny Talk. But then we also have a new one. It's called The Roundtable.
Trash.
It's called The Roundtable. I haven't listened much because I'm trying to. I want to see how committed they are to this.
Okay.
And if they commit to it, then we will pay for it to put it on like iTunes and all that stuff. And it's not like it's a lot of money, but I don't want to do all the work myself. And then they say, "We don't fucking do that," you know. But it is Mr. Jeff Peck.
I like Jeff Peck.
Big Dad Kyle Thornton.
Okay, he's all right.
And Trash Can Dan.
Trash Can Dan.
Yeah, and it's those guys, and they talk about things and stuff. I haven't got to watch it because usually they're on Sunday afternoon. I'm always busy. Like today, I was playing, and someone was like, "Hey, I saw the podcast going live." I'm like, "What?" And like it says Nick Fleer. I'm like, "Does it look like I'm podcasting right now?" I mean, maybe maybe this is the Truman Show.
Yeah.
People have said that we should mic ourselves up during a game because we banter.
Yeah, I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah,
like,
we banter.
I do my best work on the ice with my banter for sure.
Exactly. Like there's nothing a good banter can't solve well.
All in good love too, right? Like like I'm not seriously, getting chippy with anybody, but just good fun, clean American banter.
Yeah, we bantered with that one guy and he got pissed off and we were just telling him you got to sight that fucking sniper.
Yeah, I mean, he let go of a cannon, and I said, "Whoa, take a little off, buddy." But it was a cannon.
Yeah.
Like, and he thought we were making fun of him. And I'm like, I'm not making fun of you.
Impressed.
It's a fucking cannon.
Impressed.
Yeah.
I remember that cannon that you fed me, and I just I pissed on it.
You got every bit of that.
Just wide.
Yeah, I mean,
a new stick.
It didn't go in the net, but you got every bit
new
of it.
Stick.
Yeah.
Like it could have seriously maimed a goalie.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think the goalie was scared after that.
Yeah, the goalie. I don't remember what team it was. Because I was focused, locked in.
Right.
I think they left. Like they had to go take a couple minutes.
Yeah,
They're like,
we're
"Whoa,
done
fuck."
here.
But go check out the BLPA Roundtable. We're just trying to get more beer league content. That's what we're trying to get for you.
Yeah.
And it sounds like we're gonna mic ourselves up eventually. And so we're gonna have to, and we'll have to get it on film. Maybe we shouldn't get it on film because we don't want people to really see how handsome we are skating. Because we are handsome skaters.
Yeah, we are
for sure.
Yeah, I got told I was all hair team at this tournament, so
me too.
I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, our line. Sorry, I should have been more specific. Our line was all hairline.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah,
100%.
great, yeah, 100%. But like, you guys have nice hair. I have beer league hair.
Yeah.
You're aging. I'm a man. I'm 40, and mine's going away. But I thought the Nick line was good.
Bringing all the big Nick energy. It's Nick Kamish.
We got me, Nikki Kamish.
Yeah.
We had Nick Dinosaur.
Yep.
And then we had Nikki J over here.
Yeah.
Nikki J.
Honorary Nick.
Nikki J. That's what he's going by from now on. No one's calling him Jason anymore. It's Nikki J.
Nikki J.
And we had a good tournament. We had a really good tournament, actually.
We had a great team. We had a fun team.
Mm-hmm.
No one in that locker room I wouldn't draft again. I thought everybody was there for the right reasons, had a good time, and we'll talk about, I'm sure, here in a minute when we talk about our predictions, but handled things gracefully.
I think so. I think we really showed a couple people how to lose with grace.
Yeah,
really,
100%. Yeah.
But let's talk. You know what I really like about these tournaments is I'm a human. I really like that I'm a human.
Yeah.
But human nature is to judge books by covers.
Sure.
You shouldn't.
Right.
But you get preconceived notions. That's just the way of the world, whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
It just happens, right?
Yep.
And we had a player that I judged just by seeing her and thinking, and we said it. Like, we came out and we said, oh boy, this line.
It was our first time taking the ice, and we were like, this line might be in trouble.
Yeah. This might be the worst line.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. We were the worst line.
Yeah.
The Nick line.
The Nick line was the worst line.
Just the worst. and Renee went out.
Shout out Renee.
Holy shit, bud.
That girl, skate, hands, shot,
everything.
Hustle. Nothing she did was bad.
She had a tank that never depleted.
Yeah.
Of course, she also took legit hockey shifts of like 45 seconds.
Right. But for those 45 seconds,
it was a motor.
Listen, gas prices are high. You can only motor for 45 seconds.
Yeah, like me. Like I didn't even have enough to put any in the tank. So I was just, But so shout out Renee.
Yeah, steal of the tournament, if you ask me. If you're talking
100%.
about a steal in her round, great person, great player.
Yeah. So Renee, I hope you listen. I'm sure you do. I mean, if Johnny Gaudreau's listening, then you
probably are. Yeah.
She was the same size as Johnny Gaudreau, 5'4", and 110 pounds.
And that's why I judge the book by the cover, right?
Yeah.
Like she was a tiny little girl, but that girl could play.
Yeah, she could play. She had a dog. She had a service dog with her that loved just being a part.
It's just a bonus for the locker room.
When you get a mascot, how can you have a bad weekend?
Yeah,
right.
It's hard.
So another thing that I love seeing. It's probably one of my most favorite things to see. People getting their first ever draft experience goals.
Those are fun.
Do you remember your first goal?
I don't think I do. Like my first goal ever?
Yeah.
I actually do remember my first goal ever. And that's because before this goal, I had no tattoos.
Oh, okay.
None. And if you know me or have seen me,
I
have a few. I got a few tattoos.
You got a few tattoos.
And it was my first season, and it was my girlfriend at the time. I played for a team called the Wampas, and I said, if I score a goal this season, I'm going to get a Wampas tattoo. And I told my team that. And I thought my girlfriend would be like, no, you're not doing that. But she had seen me play, so I don't think she was worried.
She's
like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, sure.
And I'll never forget, I was kind of coming in like on a half break with one guy, and he kind of stayed in the middle. And I fired it from the top of the circle and beat the goalie far side, which is still my shot today.
It's your move.
It's still my shot today.
As many times as you scored, which we'll get to how many you scored in a few.
Yeah.
I'm just like, if I was a goalie, I would just open up the whole other side of the net because you're not going to shoot.
I'm not shooting
you're
short
just
side.
Not
yeah,
going
I'm
to.
just not doing it.
And that was your first goal. And then did you get the tattoo?
I did, and so Frank was on my team at the time, but he was not playing goalie.
Shout out Frank.
Shout out Frank. He was skating out. He literally jumped over the boards to skate to me, yelling "tattoo" at the top of his lungs, just over and over again. Tattoo! Tattoo!
Hell yeah! You know what?
And that's when I knew Frank was my best friend.
Did you know that Frank has skated out in a DEX?
Yeah,
and
doesn't
won,
he win a championship every time?
And won a championship. Has it been more than once?
I think he's done it twice. I think he's been
This
champ.
motherfucker.
I think he was a champ in Cincy. And
Was he skating out in Cincy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a champ in Nashville. I think he's skated out twice and been a champ twice.
This guy, and
This
he doesn't want
This
and
motherfucker.
he doesn't want to skate out anymore.
Right.
Like,
This
I'm just a goalie.
motherfucker.
Well, Frank, let me be frank with you.
Maybe he should play goalie on Saturday and skate out on Sundays.
Oh, what if you could find someone that was a thing? But it would be hard because like people would be like, "Oh, that's not fair. You traded goalies, blah blah blah." But it's like,
but they might be happy if they don't know Frank because they'd be like, "Damn, Frank played so good on Saturday. I'm glad a different goalie's coming in." But they don't know.
But they don't know.
They don't know what happens on Sunday.
And so, I remember my first goal as well.
Okay.
And you know what's funny about what you said about tattoo? That's also I got my first kiss from my wife, not scoring goal, but like she came to watch me play ball, and I said, "Listen, here's the deal. If I go Yahtzee here, if I hit a dinger, little yard ball here, I gotta get a kiss."
It's fair.
And here's the deal. I was playing in an E-League softball, and so it was actually illegal to hit home runs in this division. If you hit a home run, you couldn't hit the rest of the game.
Okay.
First at bat, pa-choo! Fucking sent it to the moon. Ran out there, got my kiss, bud, and that's the rest is history.
Worth it.
But I remember mine in Oklahoma, and I was having really bad back issues at the time. I was having to take like steroid shots to, give myself anything, right? And it was probably like the 6th or 7th game of our first season, and I had a steroid shot on Friday, my first one, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And the doctor said, you should probably take about 5 days off because you don't want it to metabolize too quickly.
Right.
If you do a lot of exercise, it's going to metabolize steroids and all that stuff. So I was on the roids. I was juiced up. But the problem was, like, we were like 0-5 at this time in the season. And we were going to play the other team that was 0-5. And I thought, this is a chance to shitty teams.
Yeah.
I could score.
Yeah.
And against my wife's wishes and my doctor's better judgments, I went out and played.
Smart move.
Sean Netterville, I'll never forget him. A man who should be written down in the annals of BLPA history because, I'm commissioner of the BLPA, so it's important.
Yeah.
He's in the corner, and he sees me. And I'm at a point in my career where I'm not good and people really don't like to pass me because I can't do anything. But he takes a chance on me, and I don't let him down. I like to say it was a 1T, went bar down. No.
Not so much.
I did try to 1T it, but I muffed it, and it still beat the goalie 5-hole, and I fell down. But a goal's a goal, bud. Goal's a goal.
They don't ask how. They ask how many.
Exactly. And speaking of how many, how many old Geners did you get this weekend, bud?
Listen, I don't know who led the tournament in goals,
No.
but I had 6.
Six in 5 games is pretty salty.
Not bad. For me, pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's basically running the show.
Yeah.
I think.
Now, unfortunately, I scored in every game except for the championship.
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
That is, you know what? When you have a goal streak online, I think I know why you didn't score. I think this is what you're bringing this up for, because
I came real close.
because I stole that puck from you.
You did. You did.
And what did I do to it?
You fucking buried it. So I couldn't be mad.
Yeah.
Because you buried it.
Not even easily.
But my eyes were the size of saucer plates, and I was getting ready to fucking hammer this thing into the back of the net. Then old Nicky Kamish just cuts in front of me and does it himself.
I hammered the fuck
Just
out of it.
hammered it.
I hammered it.
Yeah.
Like that. There was if this one would have been saved, goalie would be done.
Yeah.
Injured.
Dead.
Well,
Probably
about
dead.
But I did hammer that one home, and I think you led the team in goals.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I led the team in apps.
Yeah, you were out there dishing.
I was out there. So
Yeah.
I was just distributing.
Yeah.
There's one that sticks out in my mind.
Okay, which one was that?
You remember that little applesauce I gave you? I stopped because I was like, if Jason can't finish this,
What can he?
distribution,
Right.
then we should retire.
And I did. I finished it.
No, you didn't. No,
I finished one.
You finished one. You finished one applesauce I gave you.
Yeah.
That new stick really with the sauce, really.
Yeah.
But there was one with Megan, and you didn't bury that one, and it was a beaut.
That probably checks out because I didn't bury a lot. There are a lot of chances that I had that I didn't bury. I probably should have maxed out on goals.
You probably should.
This
Yeah,
weekend.
with the way I was way I was just seeing the ice out there, but
Just
I didn't want to move.
IQ 1,000.
I didn't want to move, but I was seeing the ice real well.
Yeah.
Real well.
That's important.
Yeah, it is important. But we had a good weekend.
We did.
Obviously, you can see, and we played in the A championship game.
We did.
And let's go over our predictions.
Okay.
First off, we said white was going to be in last place.
We did.
We said black was going to be in first place.
Correct.
And we said it would be a toss-up between us and red. We gave us the third place nod because we're gentlemanly.
Yep.
And we gave the second place nod to red.
Those were all wrong.
They were all
All
100% wrong.
Yeah.
That's why this is so hard. Like,
Right.
people think that, like, oh, you rigged the draft in your face. I could rig whatever draft, and it would still
doesn't
never
matter.
turn up
Right.
how I do it. I don't even know how I would rig a draft, really.
Yeah.
Like, putting the ringer in the round behind me, which I put a good player in the round behind me, and then I didn't get to pick that ringer even though I won my chug.
Yeah, you won your chug and you handed the jersey to the team and said, "Go pick somebody."
Yeah, because that's what I do. And I
Right.
even said, like, if I
And
was,
I did the same thing.
I said if
I
I
won
was
my
you-
chug and also didn't pick the person behind me.
I said if I was you, and boy, if you were me, bud, because you would know how all these players stack up, I would pick this guy.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was told by my goalie, defense doesn't matter.
Yep.
We need to get this guy, which I like the guy that they picked.
This was in Omaha.
This was in Omaha.
Yep.
But the guy they left is the reason y'all won the championship.
We took him.
Yeah.
And we won the championship.
And all I can say is sometimes you need to listen to the commish, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
But so basically, in the silver,
Yep.
white was there. We were right.
Yeah. And they were 0-4.
And they were 0-4.
We were on the right track there.
We were on the right track, but black was also in
They
there.
were playing black for the silver championship, who we both thought was going to be the best team.
And they had a good goalie. They had a really
They had a good goalie. They had solid defense. I think they struggled to manufacture goals.
And that comes straight from, you know who's on the black team? Brad
DeWin. No, how did Brad DeWin finish this weekend? What
He
medal did he take?
He did not win a championship at all.
Oh, okay.
He
That's-
actually, the white team.
So
actually,
everyone won this weekend.
Yeah, everyone won. This is the old Brad DeWin didn't win a championship episode. And listen, a lot of times it worked out for Brad DeWin last few tournaments for sure. And we got to hear all about it, right? Like,
Right.
you've heard about it, I've heard about it. And now you know what I want to hear about? I want to hear more about how Brad DeWin did not win a championship, but I don't think he's going to be the one telling everyone about it like he told him about all these championships.
Right, yeah. He's probably going to talk less about this one than the previous ones.
Yeah. Now, white team had some struggles.
They did.
Like, we beat them pretty soundly.
Yeah.
And they came into the last game, and I thought they would be deflated. But like we said, they were going to be the funnest room, and I think they were partying after our game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could hear
They
them,
were,
right?
they were still partying.
They're still great personalities in that room.
Yep.
All around great
For sure.
personalities. And they tied the game up. Now, this is a questionable call.
I don't think it's that questionable, honestly.
You
I was there.
Okay.
Watching.
I was on the other end, and I thought the refs gave them the benefit of the doubt, but I wasn't that close.
The goal and the horn were very close together, but I do think the goal beat the horn.
Okay. Randy did admit that there was some interference on another player, which led to that goal. And so he said, if the refs would have called it,
No whistle, you keep playing.
you keep playing, right?
Yeah.
And, that's just hockey, right?
Yeah.
And so they tied it up. And here's the deal. Zach Tomek, who was the goalie that always wins on Saturdays but can't win on Sundays.
Frank 2.0.
He was playing defense.
Yeah.
Same thing, right? He had a pretty good day on Saturday.
Looked real good on Saturday.
Looked real good on Saturday. He did get injured.
He got hurt.
That happens.
Yeah.
And and they struggled. And maybe that's just the Tomek curse. And no offense, I love Tomek.
I do too. Tomek's a great guy.
He usually has a smile.
He's a handsome motherfucker too.
He is a handsome guy. Like, can you imagine if he had hair like you? Like it would be over.
It wouldn't be fair, really.
It really wouldn't. So that's why we got to keep it short, Tomek. You got to keep it short.
Give the rest of us a chance.
Yeah, come on. Don't. Share the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Share it. Or if you're into dick, I don't.
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. Just share whatever you're into.
Share whatever you're into. I mean, we're here for everybody. And they tied it last second.
Yep.
I love the drama.
Yeah.
And
makes for a good game.
Yeah.
And it was an 8-8 tie, by the way.
It was a big one.
It was a barn burner.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
Highly entertaining. And they go to a shootout, and White wins it. Randall.
Yeah. Randall buried it.
Fucking 5-0.
Yeah.
With authority.
Yeah.
With authority. Good thing it didn't get that goalie's cup. It could have went right through that goalie double cup.
Yeah.
Right? Discount double check. Goalie double cup. And then I don't remember what happened the second one, but I know that Mike Volpe, he buried it. He finished, and what are you going to do?
The rest is history.
The rest is history, right? And
White's got some silver medals.
White's third place.
Yeah.
And Black is fourth place. So
Yep.
we were one wrong with White, and we were a lot wrong.
With Black. All the way. As much as you can be wrong.
All the way wrong.
Yeah.
We judged a book by cover.
Yeah.
And we lied. But they did have a good goalie. And that goal, I don't know what happened to that goalie, because when we played Black, that goalie was fucking on fire.
Yeah.
And goalies just have bad games.
For sure, yeah. Everyone has bad games,
I mean,
right? But when a goalie has a bad game, it's a little more noticeable.
Yeah. And we don't hate goalies.
Yeah.
We just know goalies have a bad game.
Yeah.
Right? Skaters, we have a bad. Like Jason didn't score a goal in that last game.
Didn't score a goal in the championship game.
Bad game. So then comes the championship.
Yep.
It pits the two teams we said were a toss up.
Yeah.
Red and blue.
Blue. Yep.
Jason and I were on blue. We were not on red. And we had beat red previously.
Yep.
The day before. 4-2. And in a good tight game.
It was a good tight game.
We knew it was going to be a good game.
Yeah.
And we come out. I fucking bury one for
real early.
Lead.
Just stepped in front of me and buried it.
Let them know.
Yeah.
I said, Jason, don't need this.
Yeah.
Step back, son. Let me go ahead and take care of this. And then it was a battle.
Yeah,
and then
it was back and forth for a while till the third.
Yeah, and then they pulled through with a couple, and they were later goal. It wasn't like early. They were late goals, and they won. And what a game!
Yeah, great game.
I love games like that.
Yeah.
I love when they're close. Like
We would have liked to win, but you don't ever want to blow anyone out.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not fun. A lot of people get blown out, and you're like, well, this wasn't fun for us. It's not fun for the other team to blow you out either.
Like
generally,
so this was what happened with our teams. We won 13-3, and we won 11-2 or something,
something like that. Yeah.
And it's not fun, and we get shit on. Like, we were the team that everyone hated because we beat the white team
so
that
bad.
much,
right?
And so I did like the atmosphere when you're booed. Like, it is fun, like but it's just like we didn't do anything wrong,
right? And I was hamming it up. Like, I scored a goal late, and I got booed, and I did a little wave to the crowd, like keep it coming, keep it coming.
Yeah,
because again, we weren't cherry picking, we weren't clapping from the dot. We scored some goals, but we were just skating, and just trying to continue playing hockey.
Yeah. And for me, as a guy that runs the tournament, it's such a shitty spot because I don't want any team to feel like the other team is being a dick to them.
Sure.
But then I also have a team full of players that have all paid to be in this tournament.
Right.
And why is it fair to tell them stop playing? Because they paid to play hockey, and it's not like that we were going end to end, dangling and going bar down.
Yeah.
Like, we would skate in, and we would have an open shot,
take it,
and we just shoot.
Yeah.
And if the goalie doesn't stop it, then it's a goal.
Right.
And goalies have bad games.
Yeah.
Right. And Shani played lights out in that last game. She made a lot of really good saves.
She made a lot of good saves against us too.
She robbed you a couple times.
Yeah.
She robbed you a couple
She had
times.
one where it was just me and her. I got the puck all alone, and I took my time.
Yeah.
And she fucking snatched it out of the air like it was nothing.
Read you like a book.
Yeah.
She said he's not going short side.
Yeah.
It's going right to my glove.
Yeah. And she
he
fucking nailed it.
Yeah.
Snatched it.
And so, there was some animosity from their team, of course, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But from the other team saying, like, oh, you guys should have stopped. And so, stop what?
Right.
Like, just stand around? Like, that's the hard part for me, because as a tournament director, I want everyone to have fun. I want everyone to have a good experience. What do you do in that situation?
Yeah. And I think there are things you have to stop doing when you're beating a team like that. Cherry picking would be one of them. If you're going to cherry pick when you're up 4 or more goals, you're an asshole.
Yep.
Can't cherry pick. Slap shots in general. Probably shouldn't take slap shots at all, right? And I think we do have to make a few more passes than maybe you normally would.
Mm-hmm.
But I like what you said. You can't just stop playing.
Yeah,
Like
I think
we can't just stand there.
that's more disrespect. Oh, these guys don't even respect us enough to keep playing. Like, are we supposed to like skate to the blue line, dump it in, and just pill off and stand there? Like,
Right.
I get it.
It's
right?
tough.
But your best players shouldn't be shooting, and ours didn't.
Right.
For the,
Yeah.
mainly because our best player already had 3 goals. But I mean, and then like slap shots, like the guy from the point, like that didn't have any goals, like he gets the puck and he's just he's not being a dick about it. Like he's just taking a shot.
Yeah.
And so that's probably one of the hardest things to, and we experienced it twice. And there are other games were closer.
Yeah.
And just for whatever reason, like
We just matched up well against them.
yeah.
And
So, yeah. I mean, so basically, what happened in the tournament? Red 1,
beat us in the championship.
blue 2,
Yep.
white 3,
Yep.
and black 4.
So as we said,
Way wrong.
all incorrect.
All incorrect. We didn't
Yeah.
even get one position
Yeah.
play. We need more 16 tournaments. So we have more chance to get some
Yeah.
right or
Yeah.
wrong, right?
Yeah.
And that's what's the toughest thing about it. Like you look at the teams and and then you say, well, what do I know? I'm just a dumb old beer leaguer. So, so any closing thoughts on this tournament?
No, again, I'll just speak for our locker room. I thought we had a great locker room.
We did.
I thought we lost with class and grace and dignity. And shout out to the red team for fucking bringing it that last game.
Yeah.
They played a really good game.
Sean, that's Sean. Their ringer.
Oh,
Bad motherfucker.
that dude is phenomenal.
And he wasn't even trying. Like
Yeah.
you look at him,
You
you're
could
like,
tell. You could tell he's going 30%, and like I'm going 100, and I'm like, I have no chance.
like,
against this guy.
I saw him like literally like take your jock out of your pants for you and
For
throw
sure.
it around, and you're
Yeah.
just like,
I was just like,
damn.
well, what do you want me to do?
So
like,
I'd-
I looked at my bench, and I'm like, well,
Yeah. I saw him coming, and I just start skating the other way. Like, get the fuck
Just
out
run
of
away
here.
from him.
Listen, I need my jock, but like Jason, don't wear a cup. I need my cup. So, okay, one question.
Yeah.
Devil's advocate. Situation sometimes arise,
yeah.
and they did in this tournament. What would it take for you to contemplate or even put into motion the act of seriously trying to injure someone? And I guess we'll talk like in real life and in the sport.
Yeah. So like in hockey, it just wouldn't happen. Like there's never been a time where I've thought I'm gonna injure somebody on purpose.
Yeah.
It's just like hockey's supposed to be fun, right? We're beer leaguers.
Yeah.
We're not NHLers. We're beer leaguers. It's supposed to be a fun, good time. All I ever care about when I'm on the ice is scoring goals. I could give a shit less what else is going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm just that type of person. And
Like goals.
Call it what you want. I like scoring goals.
Yeah.
So I'm not out here trying to make body contact with anyone. I'm not out here, doing anything like that. I'm just out here to score goals. So I don't think there's anything you could do that would make me want to intentionally injure somebody. And I'm sure there's a situation in real life that maybe that could happen where you want to probably be a defense type situation, but it just as a human, I'm not out to hurt anybody. Like just I try to be a good dude.
Yeah, and we're not going like there was a situation, and
Yeah.
we're like I'm just curious. Like I'm always an inquisitive guy. Like I want to know why.
Yeah.
Like why would something happen, and I try to put myself in those positions, and like how would I react? And in this situation, I can't think of anything in the hockey sphere that would cause me to want to go out and intentionally try to hurt someone.
Yeah.
And like you think about it, and I don't think, and maybe I'm just too like gullible or too trusting, and I don't think there's any that I know of any people that go out and say they want to hurt, and like with Tomek, right? Tomek comes in and
on one of our guys.
On one of our guys.
It was our game,
and he tries to make a move on him. And
he was moving. Tomek,
yeah,
I mean, he
Tomek's
was
good.
flying.
Like,
yeah,
he can play, and he tries to jump, and he just gets tangled up. And when he got tangled up, he tried to jump around him, and it pirouetted. And I didn't see the whole thing because just the way the glass was, but I saw a little. I went over to check on Tomek, and they were all mad at us because I was on the team.
Right, which is normal, right?
Yeah.
You tend to want to defend your teammates, and if your teammate gets hurt,
Yeah.
I would say it is a little normal to be mad at the other team.
And Tomek is mad in that moment
Right.
because when you get hurt, there's a lot of
sucks.
things,
Yeah.
right? And he thinks that the guy did it on purpose. And I think after talking to him, he realized that
It wasn't.
it wasn't. But it kind of that game, it kind of enhanced the chippiness.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
And I tried to go over in between periods and say, hey guys, it's like we're low level beer leaguers. Like I don't want to get hurt. I don't want anyone else to get hurt.
Right.
And when you're in the middle game, that's hard. And they laughed at me like I was being a dick, but I really wasn't. I was really saying like. We
just all need to
I
calm
can
down.
sense, I can sense where this is going. I just gave the same,
And you
chat
gave it to
my
us
team.
too, right? You
Yeah.
said the same thing to us. Hey, we're not trying to injure anyone out here.
Yeah.
Let's
I
everyone
don't
calm
want
down.
anyone. I want everyone to play.
Yeah.
And injuries happen. Hockey's a fast in air quotes for us, fast game, and stuff happens, right? But then like I just don't feel like there are many people in the beer league scene that are out to injure people.
Yeah, and I would say like. Even Tomek in the moment was mad. He's like, "Oh well, I'll get it back," but he never went out.
He
and
never would.
Like
right?
again, in the moment, you're heated, the adrenaline's going. You're like, "Well, I'm gonna go get them now." And then I think he sat for 10 seconds and was like, "I'm not actually gonna go hurt anyone because
that's stupid.
it's stupid.
We're adults,
right?"
But then and then I think there's been situations, and it's like I think there is stuff that happens in the heat that you don't remember. Like in the situation, like someone could have been seriously hurt.
Yeah.
Even killed. Like that's how serious it was. And I remember back, like I used to play competitive softball, and I left Oklahoma. But a few years ago, I wasn't there. But something happened on the field. There was an altercation, and it spilled out to the parking lot. And a dude went to his car, got a bat, and hit a dude in the head and killed him.
Yeah.
And these guys are now like
over a sport,
a
game.
Yes. And this guy's in jail. This
and this
guy's
dude's dead. Two lives ruined
over beer league softball.
Right.
And so for me, like when I think about what happened here, it's just like I get that some things can be frustrating in this world, but it's just beer. It's just beer league.
It's just beer league.
And and so I even in real life, like even in like real life, there's nothing that I can think of that someone could do to me outside of injuring my family on purpose that would make me want to go seriously injure somebody.
Yeah.
And so so
the message here is
don't be a
game.
Dick. Don't be a dick.
It's a game. Yeah. Let's treat it as such.
Yeah, I think that's a good message to have.
Yeah.
And I think if we preach inclusion for everyone, and
100%.
there's people in these games that this is the first time they're experiencing our brand, and if that's what's happening,
it's not a good look.
They don't want to be involved.
Right.
After this situation, there's people told us like, this isn't what I want.
I didn't really sign up for this.
Yeah, and it's like I get it.
Yeah.
I 100% get it.
Yeah.
And so you just kind of have to have the conversations and say this isn't what we're about, and be better. But it goes for me too. Like there's so many things that I can be better at too.
Sure.
Goal scoring. Like you score a lot of goals. I don't score very many goals. But in life in general, like there's so many things like I could be better. I could handle situations. I get caught up into it too.
Yeah. 100%.
Like I think about the time when I was with another company and a ref called me a motherfucker. You remember that?
I was there.
And I got heated.
Yeah.
And
you did.
we were heated. I literally kicked this ref out of the game.
You said I'm kicked out of here. You're coming with me.
Yeah. If I'm kicked out, then you're kicked out too. Follow me. And he's like, let's go call the tournament director.
That was you.
I said, yeah, let's go. And he goes, what's your name? Nick Fleer. You're a tournament director. And then we had an argument match. But I look back on this situation, and it is funny as it
was funny in the moment.
In the moment, and I felt justified.
But
I could have handled it better, not only just for myself and for the referee, but for everyone else that was around. And maybe, I'm a man. I'm 40, so I'm getting mature. And I just think that. But it goes everywhere. So I can be better. Like I'm not trying to preach
100%.
to any. I'm not
no
trying
one's
to
perfect.
preach. Yeah, no one's perfect. You can all work on things. So, but it was a good tournament. Like outside of a couple of small. I mean, not getting your jerseys that sucks.
I mean, I got a custom jersey with a Preds logo on it that was pretty fucking sick.
And isn't it bullshit that literally if a 10-year-old kid would have done, the Preds would be all over this shit.
it'd be,
like he'd probably have like season tickets.
Yeah, million retweets.
Yeah, and I don't even want season tickets to the Preds because I don't live in
Just
Nashville.
a little recognition.
I just want a little recognition that I fucking put in this work, and they're like, this motherfucker.
Nice job.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Like even
no
a light,
stencil. You freehanded
I
that. Nice
freehanded
work.
the shit out. I looked at your phone and I did it in very minimal amount of time. I might add because we had to get on the ice. But to just maybe even like the tweet, Preds. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going?
A little recognition.
That's all.
Goes a long way.
Yeah, a little respect. That's all. That's all I want. Is a little respect. So, what's up next for us, my friend?
I think in like 5 days we're playing hockey again or some shit. 6 days? I don't know.
I keep saying this, and I mean it. I'm a man. I'm 40, and these aren't getting any easier.
No.
They're like my body, like right now. Like I might sleep right here.
If you would have asked me Friday morning how I feel about having back-to-back tournaments, I would have told you how fucking pumped I was to play hockey 2 weekends in a row. If you were to ask me right now, it's a pretty different story.
But think about my sitch.
Yeah, you got like 30 in a row or something.
I have 1 weekend off in like the next 16. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not saying I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be able to play on all. I know I'm not gonna be able to play on all of them.
Yeah, I mean, you're a man. You're 40. You got to know your limits.
Maturity with age, wisdom for sure. I mean, I've lost hair. Maybe that's the thing. My wisdom has grown so much that it had to displace my hair. I don't know.
Self-awareness.
Yeah, and you just I like right now, I don't want to move, and there is nothing I can think of worse than going out and playing another hockey game at this second right now.
100%.
Other than death, right? We don't want to die.
Right.
But Raleigh is coming up in 5 days.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. You know what's great about being in person? Like I can force you to record.
Yeah.
Like usually it's like, hey,
I can't be like, hey, I'm busy.
Yeah,
You're like, no, you're
it's
here.
like, hey, Jason, let's record, and you're like, yeah, let's do it, and then I'll do it like an hour before you're like, yeah, you know. But now I can be like, hey, and we weren't gonna record today on because
I asked you, I said you want to record, and you're like, I'm not really in the mood.
And
then you changed your mind.
Yeah, and then I was like, you know what, I owe it to the people, and I'm a man of the people, and I'm here to give the people what they want.
Exactly.
And so Raleigh, we're gonna have another pre. We're gonna do our draft, and we're probably gonna be right. I mean, we're right 0% of the time.
Right.
So we're
due. We're due is what you're saying.
We are due.
Yeah.
And speaking of being due, I know you're coming to Vegas. Frank's coming to Vegas. Joe's coming to Vegas. I don't know if we've got Cosentino.
I think Mike's out, but I mean, we got time.
Yeah.
We'll worry about that then.
Shout out to old Cosentino.
Cosentino and the whole Cosentino family.
Okay, we're going to Vegas. And speaking of being due, last time we collected $100 from everybody, right? And we not everybody, the people that were intelligent enough to make this life-altering decision, and they gave us $100 a piece. We took $1,600. We put it in a $100 a spin slot machine,
and 16 spins, and there was nothing left.
So we're due.
We're due big time. That's what all the best gamblers say is I'm due.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a gambler if you don't know you're coming due, right?
Yeah,
and we don't have a problem.
No,
we don't have a problem.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's my new idea. Okay, follow me.
All right,
I'm
on board.
I think you're probably going to be in for 200. I think. Okay. Everyone gives me $100.
Okay.
You, Frank, me, because I got skin in the game. Like I'm not just using other people's money. I got skin in the game too. Like that's how you should know I'm committed to this, and I know we're due.
Yeah.
Everyone, how much ever we get? Maybe we get 2,000. Maybe we get 20 people. We'll get 2,000. We go to the roulette table, and we let the people vote that gave the money.
Yeah.
And the one with the most votes.
So you give $100 and you say red or black.
Red or black, right? And the most votes, that's where we go put the money.
Yep.
Okay. If we win, obviously we're doubling up. So for easy math, let's say we have $2,000.
Okay.
We win. Now we're up at $4,000.
Yep.
I pull that $2,000 that we won. Everyone gets their money back.
Now we're on
playing
borrowed
with
time.
We're playing with house money.
House money.
Yep. And then what we do is then we do it again. And if we win, we put all that money, do it again. And what did we say? The limit was 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
So let's say we have $2,000. We pull 2,000. So we're playing with 2,000. So if we win the second one, we're at $4,000.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. And then if we win the third one, we're at $8,000.
Yep. No.
Yeah, because we had 4.
But if we win the first one, we're at
because you're still putting in 2.
Right. So we'll be at 4 at the
no,
first one.
No, because the people get 2,000 back. They get their initial investment back. So we'd only have
we're going to do 5 more after the
5
initial.
more. Okay.
Right.
So first one's 4.
Yep.
Second one's 8. Third one's 16.
Yep.
Holy fuck. The fourth one's $3,200 and then $6,400 divided by 20 people.
It's not a bad.
It's $3,200 on $100 bet. We're due. And you're probably going to get your money. 50% chance you're going to get your money back. These are odds. Like, you know what? And I said I want to do something funny where it's called betting with your heart, and that's what we do. And we're going to make a new gambling show, and it's just where we make bets with our hearts.
No,
and you can never go wrong when you go with your heart.
that's right. Yeah.
Right. And this is
especially in gambling.
Especially right. You should always bet with your heart.
Yeah.
Like Oklahoma's going to win big every time.
Yeah.
Calgary Flames,
Stanley Cup champs.
Bet it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I feel in my heart. Okay. Well, probably not this next year. I don't really feel that strongly. Johnny Gaudreau not making the playoffs. I would bet my house on that, to be honest with you. And so that's watch out for our new show. Obviously, we have the round table. We got Tinny Talk. And now we have betting with your hearts, heart betting or something.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But I think that's a good one. Is there any can you look up on your phone right now and see any kind of bets? And let's see if we can bet with our heart right now.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we'll pull it up.
Give me just a second.
But anyway, I'll talk about Raleigh. So Raleigh, we're coming. We got a really cool North Carolina theme. We got Popcorn Sutton, which is a famous moonshiner. We have Texas Pete. We have Cheerwine. And what's the last one? Cookout. Have you ever ate at Cookout?
Yeah, Cookout's good.
Cookout's fucking good, bud.
Yeah.
And so we have that, and then we have it's a Krispy Kreme tournament logo, and so we have a really cool theme. And what one do you want?
I don't know. Just one with an actual logo on it
The
would be
Texas.
great.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So I can draw.
Actually, now that I think about it, I hope they don't make it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what you can do with some more spray paint.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm only going to get better.
Yeah.
The Texas Pete's what I just think it's a really cool jersey.
What are the main colors of each jersey?
Texas Pete is like black, yellow, red.
Okay, I like that.
Cookout is white, red, yellow.
Okay.
Sutton is like a brownish cream
Don't want that
color.
one. Yep.
And what I say Cheerwine is like a Dr. Pepper type color, right?
Probably Texas Pete.
Texas Pete looks the best for sure.
What was the white one?
Cookout.
Probably one of those two.
Texas Pete looks by far the best one. So okay, we ready to do some betting with our heart?
Yeah. So we got the MLB All-Star Game.
Okay, so here's the deal, guys. If you trust us, which you should, you should take our words like the word of God, and do we have to do the thing where we're like, oh, we're not money advisors, we're just dummies that bet with our heart.
Yeah.
But if you want to take it, just let us know how much money you've won, and if you win a lot, let's talk about the VIP boxes and the Patreon and all that stuff.
So we've got the American League at -1.5 runs.
So does that mean
win by 2?
They got to win by 2.
Yeah, okay. American League's got to win by 2. That's for +175. So you bet 100, you win 275.
Okay.
You've got the National League at +1.5, which means as long as they lose by 1 run or less. So lose by
half a
one
run is stupid. You can't score half a run.
Right. The half is there to give you a winner because otherwise you can get what's called a push.
Yeah.
Right. And,
gotcha,
and you don't want that.
Money line.
So yeah, this is the spread is what it is. But for that, if you take the +1.5 for the National League, you get -225, which means you have to bet $225 to win 100. Like to win 100 more over, so you get paid out $325.
So who are they saying is going to win the game?
They're saying the American League's going to win, but if you go with the spread, which means they have to win by 2, you get better odds.
Gotcha.
Now, if you just go money line, they're both right at -100, which is just basically even money, pretty close to even money.
So you bet 100 and you
would get 200 back.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you had 195.
I like the money line because
Okay.
it's way easier to bet with your heart on the money line.
Yeah.
And here's where I'm going with my heart.
Okay.
Just like in gambling, the National League is due.
Okay.
American League, look it up. Like the American League has won like $1 billion in a row. It seems like, right?
look it up.
And listen, I was a baseball guy way back in the day, but when Chipper Jones retired, I just kind of felt, well, that's the last great ball player to ever live life. Great human being. Outside of, he did cheat on his wife with a Hooters waitress and got married to her, but whatever. But he's still a good human being, and he hit a lot of long balls, had a lot of RBIs, and he stayed with the same organization. He was loyal to the organization and the fan base, and that's what I like.
Okay.
And so
the American League has won the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row.
National League is due. So I'm betting with my heart and saying National League.
I'm going to go with you as well. I'm
Yeah.
also going to take National League, and I might even take National League at the alternate spread. I'm getting a little deep here on gambling. Their normal spread is +1.5. I might take them alternate spread, which would be -1.5, which is going to pay out way more money. So they got to win by 2. I want to see what the odds are.
Okay.
Oh, they're not offering alternate spread right now, I don't think. Let's see.
Wait, are we actually going to bet this?
I mean, I can't hear. I can only bet it when I get home.
Okay.
Because
How much are we putting on it?
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, we're betting with our heart.
All right. They don't have an alternate line up yet. They'll probably will tomorrow because it's not till tomorrow.
So should we just money line it?
Let's just money line it.
Money line
National League.
So what do we got to put? We got to put $100 in it to win an extra 100.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put 50. You put 50.
All right.
And so we're betting with our heart. Now we got skin in the game.
We're gonna money line it. Yeah.
Okay, 8 in a row. Like they're due. And here, I guess I forget because like, do they get to use DHs? Are they playing in is American League the home team?
Listen, I'm not a baseball guy, so I don't know.
I can't remember how they did it, but
I think they do. Like it depends on the year.
Yeah,
they do. Like
if it's a home team, if National League's a home team, then
it's in Dodger Stadium. So I would assume National League is the
so they
home
got
team.
Pitchers have to bat.
Yeah.
What is unless they just decide fuck it, pitchers shouldn't bat. But there's some pretty good fucking pitchers that can swing the lumber. Like Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, that dude's
so
a
if
fucking
he's gonna
beast.
pitch, they're gonna make the pitchers bat,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. That brings that's more exciting for the game.
Yeah,
because he gets the hit.
Isn't that just a little unfair?
Yeah, like how are you good at pitching and hitting?
Yeah, I mean,
because like no one is not since Babe Ruth, basically, right?
Yeah.
Like the last guy that could do both.
But at the end of the day, Babe Ruth then eventually decided, "Fuck, I'm not pitching no more." But
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm
gonna
too
go
fat
out,
for that.
I'm just go out and drop bombs. That's all he's gonna
I'm
do.
just gonna hit dingers.
So I don't
He's
know
like
the
the fat kid from the
Sandlot.
No, from the
From the
Little League World Series. He said, "I like to hit dingers."
I like to hit dingers.
Yeah,
I love that kid.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I literally want to.
That's Babe Ruth if he was reborn.
Wouldn't it be cool? Like, cause it's weird because they just assume because you're fat you can hit dingers, right?
Right.
It's a weird thing.
It's
right?
not true because I'm fat and I can't hit dingers.
But what would be the equivalent in hockey? Like,
I think most people assume, and it's probably true, that taller guys have harder shots.
A lot more physics.
You can bend down on the stick a little bit, right? And it's not always true, but a lot of times it is.
Yeah,
as a short guy, I know.
To be honest with you, I used to love to bunt.
Yeah, I was a great bunter.
I was a good bunter.
I was short, right? So my coach would have me bunt a lot, and I was really good at it. I could. You want me to put down the first baseline? You want me to put down the third baseline? Doesn't I can get it there.
And so here's it. Like, I'm a big guy now. But there was a time when I was not as big, and I could fucking fly.
Yeah,
right?
me too.
And I could
Same.
fucking drop down a bunt. But I could also hit. I could fucking hit the ball. You saw me.
Yeah.
I literally, I had taken how many, and you threw that first pitch, and I fucking smoked.
Yeah.
Like I thought we were gonna fucking.
You almost
trash
killed
the
me.
car. Yeah.
It almost hit me, and then almost hit a car.
And I apologize. I would never do that on purpose.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you unleash the beast, it happens,
Yeah.
right? But once I saw a buddy in high school square around a bunt, and it went in his face, and he had I was like, I don't like bunt no more. I just want to hit dingers.
Yeah.
Dingers only.
I was really good at bunting, and like you said, I was small, but I was skinny, so I could outrun.
Yeah.
If I put it down the third baseline, he's not getting me out.
You know what? I don't know why more people don't bunt in slow pitch softball. No one's expecting it.
Right. And probably they're not going to move anyway.
Yeah,
they're all
exactly.
just going to stand there and be like, "What the fuck?
Like,
I got to move."
Like, listen, if you're trying to win games in slow pitch softball, it's all about the OPB and the AVG. Like, I don't care how many dingers dingers are fun. I get it. But
and in most softball leagues, they cap dingers. You can only hit so many.
Yeah,
per
like
team.
in E, you can't. Like you're done for the rest of. In USSSA, where I was from, if you have an E, like you can't hit a home run. You can't hit for the rest of the game if you hit a home run.
Right.
In D, you can't hit a home run, but it's just an out. You're not out.
Right.
But then in C, then they start capping them.
Right. It's like 2 home runs or like 5 home runs a team or whatever it is.
But then we'd play in tourneys like 250 state, and basically all the fences are pulled into 250. Whoo boy, you just fucking cry. And then it's limited. Like, okay, well if you play in D, then you can only hit 10 home runs. So then you got to be strategic about it.
Right.
And that's where I was like, why don't people just bunt? You can bunt and fill the bases, and then you just pop one up, and there's 4 runs. Like it's a granny. Like I don't understand. So maybe I should get back into softball and just start bunting.
I'm down. Let's play some softball.
That would be fun to just like I want to do a softball tournament.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd be in for sure.
So okay. But anyway, so that's our predictions. We were wrong again, obviously.
Yeah. We'll try again next week.
But we are money line. You got to bet with your heart.
Yeah. Bet with your heart.
Go watch our other shows for sure.
Yep.
And other than that, anything else to add before we go?
No. See you in Raleigh.
Hey, I'll be in Raleigh, Texas Pete, baby. All right, guys, be good or be good at it.